Hey there, everybody. How's it going with you today? What is that noise? How does this work? Where's this go? I'm so scared right now. So scared. Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Captain Media here with another video for you guys, and today we're going to be talking about your production quality. But we're not going to be talking about any individual component. We're not going to be talking about cameras or lighting or microphones, settings, or anything like that. What we are going to talk about today is how to ensure that you are providing the exact same experience every time you hit that go live button. So stick around. Let me show you guys some quick tips on how to make sure that your stream looks pristine every time. So today's topic is going to be on how to keep your production quality consistent and the same through every single stream that you have. So most of the time, this is achieved just by checking a couple of things before we hit the go live button, and everything's probably going to be honky-dory. But every now and again, we get a new piece of kit, we get a new camera, we get new lights, we get a new overlay, new sound alerts, all these kinds of things, right? And we get super giddy and super excited to share them with the world by hitting the go live button and show everybody what we got. Which is a-okay. That's the way you're supposed to feel. It's a great thing to show everybody what you've created, what you paid for, what you set up. It's really fun to get your chats first thoughts with it and try to get your feedback so you can see if there's things that you can improve or if this is the kind of stuff that they want to see. But more often than not, I see streamers who just hit the go live button whenever they've uploaded a source and they haven't checked anything, they haven't checked any of their levels, and sometimes, you know, their stream falls a little bit short. I'm not going to name any names. So if you guys have been in any of the streams that I've been in, you know the number one thing that I tell streamers, especially ones who seem like they're having a little bit of trouble keeping consistency, is checklists. Now, I know checklists aren't fun. They're boring. They seem like things that a tax auditor would use, which they do. But it is a really good way to ensure that you are streaming at the exact FPS that you want to stream to. Your audio levels are all set. There's no peaking. There's no weird stuff going on. All your cameras, your lighting, everything's good to go. So that way, whenever you are going live, it's the same every single time that you hit the go live button. Some of the things you should include in your checklist is maybe a fresh reboot of your PC, so that way all your drivers can reset. You know, verifying that your audio levels are all good in your mixer, so that way you don't have any peaking, you don't have any surprises. Maybe launch your game a little bit early, your music, so you can see what your levels are at. If you have any ancillary programs like voice mod or wavelink, make sure that they're up and running. Make sure that they have no issues. Make sure that all the channels are clear and you're ready to rock and roll. If you have overlays and you have transitions that have sounds, but you don't necessarily want those sounds going, make sure that they're muted before you go live. Verify that your stream deck's working. Make sure all your buttons do exactly what you've laid them out to do and that there's no hiccups and there's no mistakes. Verify your lighting. You know, your lighting isn't going to change throughout there unless you're streaming with all the windows open. That's about the only reason that the lighting might change in your stream. So if you can, control the lighting in your area so that way you have the exact same stream performance no matter if it's daytime, nighttime, no matter what. Another useful tip that I have for everybody is at the bottom of your OBS or your Streamlabs OBS, there is the option to hit the record button. Now the record button is going to allow you to pretty much get a really solid preview of your stream. And I recommend that everybody does at least a minute, maybe 2 minutes of a recording before you actually go live and go back and review the footage. That way you can catch any little snag or any little issue that you have before you go live and somebody else might see that mistake. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes happen. We all make mistakes every single day. But mitigating those mistakes and reducing them as much as possible is really the key in having a really... What word am I looking for? I'm looking for a word. And the word is just escaping me. But reducing these mistakes is what keeps our streams streamlined, for lack of a better word, and congruent with all the other streams that we've had. So that way you get a really good sense of the same baseline stream and everyone's getting the exact same experience whenever they're in your streams. So be sure you're using that record button. Now, the third item that I recommend to people is always one that's a little bit tough because people think that you're vain or that you're self-absorbed or that you have complex issues where you are a deity. but you need to go back and you need to rewatch your streams so that way you can pinpoint areas and issues. Like say there was a hype train and you got really hype, you got super crazy loud in your microphone, you realize that you're peaking in your microphone and it's distorting what you're saying, or you have your compressor set wrong and it's just dead silence while you're in the middle of yelling. These are some issues that you probably wouldn't find when you are hitting the record button to see what your stream looks like. So make sure you go back and watch your stream. You don't have to watch the whole stream. Don't just go to Me Island and watch a video of you with a mirror in there while you sit there watching yourself drink a cup of coffee while you watch yourself. Watch yourself? Am I real? Definitely take the time to go back and rewatch your streams. It's going to be very beneficial to you guys. So these are 3 really quick and easy tips to make sure that you guys are providing the exact same stream every single time you hit that go live button. I highly recommend that you take these tips under advisement because I think you're going to see really good results. Although kind of a boring subject, it's a necessary subject, so that way everyone's getting the exact same thing every time they click your name. So if you do like the content that we're putting out here on the Captain Media channel, I would encourage you to please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that way you can be notified whenever we have new stuff coming down the pipe. I stream over on Twitch. My link is in the description. At the moment, I'm streaming every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, doing the Education Station, where I answer a whole lot of people's stream questions on stream. So if you're having problems, just go ahead and jump over there, ask me some of your questions, and see if we can get you guys some answers. And as always, until I see you next time, game on.